Everybody's wound up today because Trump says we're going to import all this beef from Argentina. We're going to lower our beef prices because the beef's too expensive here. And I thought I'd throw my 2 cents in. First of all, it's not really a new thing to import beef. We've imported beef in this country for a long time. What is new, however, is the government getting involved because of the prices and saying the beef prices are too high. We're going to make a deal. We're going to buy a bunch of beef from Argentina and we're going to undercut the American farmers and ranchers who are finally making some decent money. And that's just, it's a socialist mindset, if you ask me. That's not what I've grown up thinking as an American market, supply and demand. Where did that go?
What do you have to say to U.S. farmers who feel that the deal is benefiting Argentina more than it is them, as they are
Argentina's fighting for its life, young lady. You don't know anything about it. They're fighting for their life. Nothing's benefiting Argentina. They're fighting for their life. You understand what that means? They have no money, they have no anything, they're fighting so hard to survive. If I can help them survive in a free world, I happen to like the president of Argentina. I think he's trying to do the best he can, but don't make it sound like they're doing great. They are dying, all right? They're dying.
Hello MAGA. From Make America Great Again to Make Argentina Great Again, Trump has done it yet again. He has a perfect FAFO moment for MAGA farmers, specifically the cattle ranchers in America. First time viewers and subscribers, if you are not a robot or an alien, kindly feel free to hit the subscribe icon below and follow my page. I believe robots and aliens cannot subscribe, but humans can do subscribe. If you find this video educative, of value and of essence, you want your family to know what is going on around MAGA people and MAGA farmers, you can as well share this video to them. Most of all, like this video up, family. On today's episode, we'll focus in Trump's administration. Trump has done it yet again. He has imposed a perfect FAFO moment for cattle ranchers in America. We all know USA also produces its own beef from cattle ranchers in America. But Trump is not yet satisfied with this because he says the prices of beef in America is high. That's why he looked for another option to import beef into America so that the prices of beef in America can go down. Is this manipulation of the economy, or is this the manipulation of inflation rates in America? We all know Trump gave Argentina a whopping $20 billion to support its economy. He was not satisfied. He decided to give Argentina another $20 billion. Total amount, it sums to $40 billion to Argentina. Why? Your farmers are struggling with the economy in the United States of America. That's why the prices of beef went up. You decide to choose another option. You decide also to benefit the people of Argentina, specifically the cattle ranchers in Argentina. You are bringing up the economy of Argentina up because the president of Argentina is your friend. I always say this: Trump is here to enrich himself. He is also here to help his billion-dollar friends around the world, specifically those who are always at the top. We all know Argentina is coming up with its elections. That's why Trump decided to help his friend. It is not about helping the Argentina economy. It is all about helping his billion-dollar president friend win the next re-elections. So sad. I myself feel sorry for the MAGA people. Black Americans kept on warning you, but you didn't listen. Now FAFO is hitting you hard, and it is hitting you at its best. The following are videos of MAGA people, the white folks, clearly complaining about this. They are crying out loud for Trump. I even have a video of a MAGA cattle rancher who is clearly a die-hard fan of Trump, who is basically disappointed in this move by Trump. Let's watch the following videos I've compiled, and we'll come back at the end with more strong commentary about this. Make sure you watch this video to the end so that we can all be at the same page. Let's watch, family.
President Trump plans to flood the beef market with beef from Argentina to help combat the high beef prices here in the United States. Let me tell you why that is a bad idea. For one, the first time in decades, the farmer and rancher is able to finally turn a decent profit and put that money back into their farm and ranch and help keep their ranches alive. Second, if we cheapen American beef, we're going to fall back into the same trend that we were 4, 5, 6 years ago, where we're losing 10 to 20,000 American ranchers every single year. Why would somebody try to continue on a ranch or pass it down to their kids? Why would their kids want to run a ranch that's not even able to make a decent living? And third, a lot of these people are the ones that voted for you. What happened to the America First policy, taking care of the American ranchers and the American people first before anybody else? Now, I'm not saying imports are bad, but flooding the market and making it worse for the American ranchers is not the way to go about this. How do we get the cost of beef down? We got to get the cost of production down for the American ranchers.
I hope you guys know how interesting things are about to get. Many of us on the left have been warning Trump supporters that Donald Trump is a toxic narcissist, as is much of the administration, and everybody eventually gets burned, and you're going to get burned. And American cattle farmers right now, we are watching a full-blown narcissist attack against cattle farmers. So if you don't know what's going on, Trump has decided that because beef is so expensive because of his tariffs and his deportations, he's going to purchase beef from Argentina. And by flooding the market with more beef, bring the costs down for all of us. And the immediate response of the American cattle farmers, almost overwhelmingly, they probably voted for Donald Trump, are like, what? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? This is hurting us. And here's where it gets interesting. Trump responded exactly like a narcissist. He essentially said, you cattle farmers don't know how good you have it under me, which is gaslighting. And he said, you guys need to lower the price of your beef.
So I'm from South Georgia. I'm from a beef cattle farm, and I voted for Trump, obviously, of course. He represents everything I believe in. I'm really starting to wonder if maybe I got scammed. And that's the thing that farmers just aren't saying out loud, but we all feel it. We got about 250 head of beef cattle, combination, lots of Angus, and we're finally making money for the first time ever. And we just thought, okay, well, Trump is screwing over the soybean farmers, but they're always in debt up to their eyeballs. They deserved it. We did not. We're finally making money. But now everybody's saying that Trump announced he's going to start buying beef from Argentina to lower the prices of beef cattle. How's that going to help us? Our prices are through the roof. We still got to be making money. If there's more foreign supply in the U.S. market, then the costs are just going to go down, but our costs are still high to make the beef. I voted MAGA because America first. Obviously. But how is subsidizing the Argentinian beef industry helping the United States? How's that helping the American farmer? And I just feel like I'm the only one who's going to come right out and say it. I was at the Ag Expo in Moultrie the other day. We were all just looking around, looking at each other like, what is this going to do? Sure, maybe they'll bail us out like they're bailing out the soybean farmers, but that's not a good living. I'm not a welfare queen. I'm not. I can't just live off government subsidies. I do the work. I just can't believe that Trump would do this. And actually, I don't. I don't believe it. I think it's all hype. But I guess try to buy American-made beef, I guess.
Picture this. You're a cattle rancher in the United States of America, and you just get word that Donald Trump is going to quadruple the amount of imports of beef coming from Argentina. Why? Because he's trying to help their country. Well, he's already given them $20 billion. He's looking at giving them another $20 billion in aid, financial aid, while he's taking away our health care. He's taking away the soybean market from farmers. He's taking away the cattle sales from cattle ranchers. And he's doing it for what? Because he likes the president of Argentina. Is that it? That's the answer? So you want to help their country while you crap all over ours? Yeah. Glad we voted you into office.
Do you remember when I said Trump was going to give Argentina $20 billion to bail out their failing economy, influence an election, and help one of their billionaire buddies make a bunch of money? Yeah, now he's going to give them $40 billion, and he's buying their beef instead of helping our farmers. As I've previously stated, the president of Argentina, Javier Milei, demolished his economy. And with the influence of our Secretary of Treasury, Scott Bessent, the U.S. was going to send them $20 billion to prop up their economy and make it look pretty to hopefully help Milei get re-elected. As a nice thank you, Milei decided to remove tariffs from China so he could sell them soybeans at the exact time that China stopped buying soybeans from us because Trump put tariffs on China. A guy named Rob Citron, who's a minority owner in the Steelers and a hedge fund guy, has invested billions of dollars into Argentinian bonds. He also is very close friends with Scott Bessent and claims to be the one who convinced Bessent to convince Trump to shell out $20 billion. That initial $20 billion plus the soybean sales was going to make Rob so wealthy. And now Trump turns around and goes, you know what? Let's double it and buy their screwworm beef. Screwworms are flesh-eating maggots that live in beef. So the next time someone tries to tell me that this orange man is smart and he's running this country like a business, remember that he's buying Malay's meat and paying him $40 billion on top of that. And to match that, Malay is screwing Trump and the US by selling soybeans, the exact thing we were selling to China. And on top of that, Rob Citron is using this administration like a dish rag to profit off of Argentinian bonds. Screw the US farmers, I guess.
Man, fuck them farmers. First it was soybean coming on here bitching and moaning, and now it's all the cattle ranchers. They're talking about Argentine beef, and why would we buy Argentina's beef? We need to sell the beef here. Dear DEER, Mr. President, why are you doing this to us? We voted for you. You know what? I have good news for the cattle ranchers, though. It may seem like a dark time, but I have good news. The silver lining is maybe at the end of this, you'll be invited to the ballroom. Maybe you'll get to go to that $250 million ballroom. Maybe, just maybe, he'll invite your manure-smelling ass to the ballroom. And then all this will be water under the bridge, and you can go kiss your daddy's ass like you have for the last decade. Because Donald Trump is for the farmers. He's for the ranchers, right? Isn't that why he gave Argentina, America first? He gave Argentina $40 billion. Meanwhile, the price of beef skyrockets. Meanwhile, Argentina undercuts the price of soybeans so they can continue to sell to China. Meanwhile, China has cut off all trades for produce and agriculture with the United States. But the farmers would vote for him again in 2028. I thought farmers were supposed to know something. I thought they were supposed to be kind of smart and understand science and math and shit like that. But what I'm seeing is they're just a bunch of gullible asshats to vote for the same man who tried to bankrupt you in 2019, vote for him in 2020, and turn around and vote for him again in 2024. So I don't know what to tell you, but your sobs ain't worth a pitcher of warm piss. My give a damn is busted.
You've probably heard beef prices are up because the market's high. Yeah, that's what they want you to think. But the truth, they're using that excuse to sell you imported beef at American prices. And here's what's really going on. The big four packers, JBS, Tyson, Cargill, National Beef, controls nearly 85% of U.S. beef processing. When cattle prices rise at the American sale barns, they use it as a cover, a PR excuse to jack up prices of retail beef. But here's the dirty secret. They're not buying that beef from American ranchers. They're importing millions of pounds of cheap foreign beef, grinding it, boxing it, and labeling it product of the USA. So while you're told beef is high because the market's high, they're selling foreign beef at the same inflated price as real US beef and pocketing the difference. Meanwhile, the actual beef raised here by American ranchers, they're exporting it overseas for premium prices, while leaving U.S. consumers stuck with overpaid, imported garbage. It's a bait and switch, and you're paying the tab. When cattle prices are low, they say there's too much supply. When cattle prices are high, they say our costs went up. Either way, they win. It's not the family rancher driving up your grocery bill. It's the foreign-owned packing companies gaming both sides of the market. They've turned the beef aisle into Wall Street. The only real solution is to buy direct from American ranchers, from your state, from your region. Because when you buy from us, your money stays in your community, not some corporate account overseas. They'll keep blaming the market, but we know the truth. They didn't buy American beef. They just priced it like they did. They're exporting the good stuff, importing the cheap stuff, and charging you top dollar for both. That's not inflation. That's manipulation. And the only way to fix it is to stop feeding their system and start feeding your family from a real ranch.
Donald Trump has changed the meaning of MAGA. It now means make Argentina great again. What? Yes, MAGA now means make Argentina great again because Donald Trump has decided that he is going to bail out his buddy down there and bail out the Argentinian farmers for soybeans and for beef. Originally, had sent them $20 billion. He then increased that from $20 billion to $40 billion to help them and prop up his friend down there who's trying to become president and stay president. And then he decided now he's going to start buying Argentinian beef, which has got the cattle farmers in the United States out of shape. Not to mention the soybean farmers are out of shape because of Donald Trump's trade war with China, and China's not purchased any soybeans since May. And in turn, China goes to Argentina and buys billions of dollars worth of soybeans from Argentina, and Donald Trump is now sending our tax dollars to Argentina to prop up his buddy. I mean, this is so twisted and so wrong. But clearly, don't cry for me, Argentina, because Donald Trump has changed the slogan. It is now make Argentina great again.
Will you vote for Donald Trump upcoming elections in 2028? That's a question I have for you today, MAGA people. Black Americans clearly warned you about this, but you didn't listen. Why are you crying out for Black Americans to help you strike or help you cry out your needs and wants? Trump is here to enrich himself. He is here to make sure his family are always rich. He is here so that his generation can be rich. Giving out a $20 billion and multiplying it times 2 does not a little sum of money. This shows you how Trump is here not only to enrich himself, he is also here to enrich his billion-dollar friends, like the president of Argentina. They know what they are doing. They are not supporting the economy. They are only here to do business. It is a business world, Argentina and United States of America. We all know China shifted its market of soybeans from United States of America and focused on Argentina. Now Trump is doing it again. He wants Argentina to supply United States of America with beef. Do you see the sense in this? Trump imposed 100% tariff war in China. China decided to shift its focus in Argentina. Argentina now is benefiting here. They have found a market to sell their produce, their beef meat, to United States of America. Is Trump trying to invest more in Argentina? This war is not coming to an end soon, MAGA farmers. You need to look into the welfare of your old generation. Black Americans are people who are always right. When they warn you about something, clearly listen. Yes? Are we on the same page? Of course, yes, we are. But we all know this war will not come to an end anytime soon. You need to change your votes. You need to bring down the MAGA slogan, because it will not help you. Trump will not help you now. Up to the upcoming elections, which will take place in 2028, no help will come to you. No subsidies will come to you. No financial aid will come to you. Trump is here, and he also looking up to the upcoming elections. He is not here to look up to the welfare of Americans. Black Americans are perfect. Their lives are continuing. They are living out the best of their lives because they have endured suffering from way back. This is not something that they are not used to. of course, they know how to handle hardship situations in America. I would like to know your response on the comment section below. Will you vote for Donald J. Trump upcoming 2028 general elections? Most of all, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to the whole wide world and to the American people, so that we can be at the same page as the Black Americans, because Black Americans are not arguing about this. They are only laughing out loud to the MAGA farmers. See you on the next episode, and thank you for watching.